Alright, welcome to a different kind of video on my channel. Probably the one and only kind that will ever exist probably for a while. It's gonna be me actually cooking something. Um, as some background, I grew up with the very fortunate situation of having my grandma basically cook the majority of meals for like dinner and stuff. And that kind of continued after I went to college and dormed in college and stuff like that. There's like school meals that you can buy. And then coming back, I still lived around my grandma, which allowed me to always just have access to basically someone who made food for me. So even though I'm in my late 20s, I cannot or have very little experience cooking basically. All I did was cook chicken breast, like plain chicken breast with some broccoli back then in high school when it was like, I guess, a fad. And eggs, scrambled eggs and sunny side eggs, you just, crack them open and put them in a pan with oil in it. So yeah, I can do that. But recently I learned how to actually make Oyakodon from a friend who kind of almost made it for me the first time she was teaching me, but let's go ahead and actually do it on my own, completely on my own for the first time, ever. And that's gonna be what this video is. So let's do this. So we have everything laid out already. And luckily I have this necklace thingy, so I can just keep my phone like this. And the first step is to basically make the rice. Luckily, I've seen my friend do this one time, so I should be able to replicate it. Not the rice thing, but the whole Oyakodon thing. But let's just do the rice first. This is my, I think, second time doing this for rice. Believe it or not, I bought my first rice bag, I think last week with my friends to make the Oyakodon. And it felt like an accomplishment. I know a part of me is slightly embarrassed that I'm doing it so late in life, but at the same time, it's at the same time better late than never, right? So finally getting started, and part of me feels like I'm finally becoming a real man, because in my head I kept thinking a real man knows how to cook. I don't know why I thought that, but I feel like it's kind of true. I just feel like life was a little incomplete without knowing this very essential skill. And now I'm finally getting into it. My mom has always been nagging me that I should learn and everything. And I always told her yeah, it's true, I should learn. But I'm doing other things, and it's so easy to be in an environment where someone else cooks for you. And to use that as an excuse not to cook. Trying not to overfill this. My girlfriend taught me what to do, so I'm trying to follow the instructions. She said about 180, so here's 200, so a little bit more. But yeah, I'm finally learning, and I actually found it kind of fun to do. The first time I did it with my friends for the Oyakodon, she was just teaching me everything, and it's probably the first time I was actually engaged, actually really trying to learn. Because I don't know, my girlfriend was just very disappointed that I did not know how to cook at all, or not at all. Like I said, the chicken breast and everything. I could do that, but this thing's a little dirty. But yeah, I primarily wanted to do it not just for her, but it is kind of a skill that's overdue. I feel like I should really learn how to do it. So this is what we're doing. And we are going to be really slow because, quite frankly, we're just not good at this at all since we're a complete beginner. But that's okay. So I already made a mistake. I put too much. So I'm going to try to put it back into the bag. Except there was water in there, so I think I just screwed myself. Let's put it in here instead. So this is a different way of This is like me not using a rice cooker, because a rice cooker, I don't know, I was just taught this way from my girlfriend, so I'm just gonna do it this way. We're gonna use like the microwave and stuff, but right now I'm just going to not put the wet rice back in the bag. I really should have dried this better. You know what? I feel like it doesn't matter too much that it's like slightly over. It might just be me being lazy, but let's just do all of it. So it's gonna be 200 for rice. I'll keep that in mind because the water level has to be higher at the end. Basically from here, all I need to do is clean the rice. Let's put this away. I'll try to also utilize the pause button so that we're not just stuck on the same spot like all the time. But yeah, we're just cleaning the rice, so we can skip ahead. All right, this is my third wash. So sometimes it sticks, so what I do is I just wet it like this to let it slide in. And then cover again, and then just swish it a bunch. But my friend did this in like a pot instead. But this thing is water, seems to like go out pretty slowly, which is annoying. But with the pot, like, she taught me how to just like use my hand to cover the rice from falling. Was not always very successful with it though. But the water looks pretty good right now. We'll probably just do it one last time and then finish it off. Okay, yeah, so this is the fourth time and the water looks pretty transparent. So that probably means the rice is like clean. And I think it's just safe to do it like 4 to 5 times. Just wetting it, washing it. It's almost done. Okay, now because we did more rice than usual, we have to add more water than usual. So we can add it to this cup right here and make sure that it's above. So usually we try to go for 180 for the rice and then 200 for the water. So that's like 20 above. I'm pretty sure it's not, just a sum, but let's go ahead. I'm not going to calculate what I think the proportion should be, but let's just try to add 220 to keep it simple for now. I think that was a bit much. Oh, no, that was fine. Okay, that's right about 200. So let's go ahead and do this. Trying to also get it off the cap. Okay, I'm just trying to get the loose rice that's like somewhat stuck at the top. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, well, either way, we need a little bit more. I think that should be sufficient. It's probably too much. That was 100. So let's just add a little bit and then drink the rest. Okay, managed to get that thing at the top, the rice at the top. And that should be good. I'm just gonna drink this. It's filtered water, so we don't waste it. Although we'll probably need more water later. But at this point, now we can just cap it and put it in the microwave. My girlfriend sent me instructions. Let's move to the microwave real quick. Okay, so my girlfriend sent me instructions, which says to basically do... Oh, I didn't realize there's something in there. Okay. Basically to do 500 watts and for I think it was 6 minutes. I need to check on this. It might be less time. I'll put 6 minutes for now, but I think it should be 6 minutes and then 12 minutes afterwards. So let's just start this thing. Let's put that there. Okay, so let me check on the rice time. All right, it was indeed 6 minutes, so we don't have to worry about that. And the next step is we should be done with this, so we can put it away. And the next step is to cut the onions. This is something that I have the most experience with, cutting onions. Probably at least 10 times, maybe not. At least maybe like 6 times, 7 times at this point in my life. So let's go ahead and do it. There's so many things on this. Okay. But let's see. We have to peel it. Let's see if I remember how to do this correctly. Let's just cut the top off first. And also the bottom. And we'll just peel off the brown layer and use everything else. And I believe we don't really have to wash it because it's like inside, so it should be fine. And we are going to heat it up as well once we cook it. I'm so sure there's a better way to peel an onion, but I don't know it, so... Trying to remember these brown parts right here. These brown parts right here still need to be cut, so let's just do that. And I think these are a little too green, so let's get rid of it later, but for now that's going to be the first part. Okay, I'm just gonna wash it just in case. I don't think you need to, but I'm gonna do it just in case. I don't want to, since I am cooking for my girlfriend as well, I don't want to accidentally do something wrong, I guess. Okay, let's do this. And we accidentally made a cut in the video, so we're gonna have to edit this later. Okay. Half. This one's small enough that I feel like we can use all of it. Originally, there was like a big one and we just used half of it.
I feel like maybe using 2/3 is the right move here. So we'll just keep that one out of play. And let's try to get rid of this super green part. I don't know if we can, like, I'm pretty sure you can eat it, but it might be like harder or, yeah. And then let's just do some cutting. I know for this one, my friend said that having it in like bigger layers like this is totally fine for Oyakodon. So we're not going to cut it too much past this point. And we're dropping stuff into the egg bowl. Gotta make sure that there's nothing in there when we mix the eggs. So yeah, lots of, oh, I feel my eyes tearing up a little bit. Yeah, so it's not like cut super a lot, but I think that's fine. Let's get rid of the screen. I can feel the inexperience in me. That one's gonna be left alone. A part of me feels like some of this is a little too long, so I'm gonna cut it in half. And these ones are too chunky. The issue with cutting onions, other than crying, is sometimes they're cut differently. And I think I'm more used to like cutting them into like super small pieces. So I'm like feeling a little OCD right now and feeling like I should cut them more, but that's not what my friend did. So this one feels pretty. Oh, the rice is done, so we need to, or the first phase of the rice is done, so we need to like set it to 200 watts and cook it for longer, for another 12 minutes. So let's do that real quick. Okay, we just started the microwave again for 12 minutes at 200 watts, and that should finish off the rice basically. Pretty simple to make overall. Okay, we have the onions cut. Now I feel like at this phase, my friend started helping me quite a lot. So it's gonna be a lot more of a challenge. So let's figure out what to do. We need to put everything into this pot and heat it as well. So let's do that. Okay, it's going. This is like the level. So let's keep it like that. And we have a few instructions next to me. It says put the seasonings and onions in the pot. And that would be soy sauce. So we need some soy sauce, which we put here. It says a tablespoon of soy sauce. So let's just use this right here. I don't know if this is a tablespoon, to be honest. but whatever. Tablespoon. Oh, okay. 1 tablespoon. It's already cooking. Let's turn that off real quick. I feel kind of intimidated. Okay, 1 tablespoon of that. Another tablespoon of meating, which is right here. Man, I feel like I kind of burned the soy sauce. I think I might just clear this first and then restart. Okay, put the stuff in first and then heat it afterwards. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Even though I don't know if this is wrong, but this might be wrong. I'm gonna put the onions in first. Probably just use my hands, right? This might be too many onions. It kind of looks like a lot of onions. It's okay. I feel like the first time I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes, but that's part of the process. Okay. We got a lot of onions. This part looks kind of not great. Okay, let's split it up just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I really should have cut these a little bit better. I'll watch out for it in the future. That looks okay. Let's do the soy sauce. Sorry for wasting a tablespoon of it. Putting it in there. And then now the meating. Okay, I feel like normally you put like olive oil or something else in there first. But the instructions didn't say to do that, so I'm like questioning whether or not I should have done that. I think as a just in case, I'm gonna put like a little bit, like not a lot. It's gonna be an interesting Oyakodon. Okay, there should be water as well. So gotta place some water in there. It says 80 ounces. 80 ounces. I believe these are milliliters. I'm just gonna guess. 80 ounces. You know what? Let's do a quick calculation. What is 80 ounces to milliliters? Is it 80 ounces? It says 80 cc, actually. What does that mean? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna guess. I feel like my friend did not put that much water in, so I'm not going to put that much in either. Okay. I'll drink that later. And now we have sugar. It says to put half a tablespoon of sugar. Oh, sometimes I forget. This looks like a tablespoon. This sugar is so hard. Okay. I wonder if this is still usable. I just found it on the shelves. Let's try our best. This looks like half a tablespoon. Okay, I totally don't know what I'm doing. I watched my friend do it once, and now I'm remembering how little you learn by watching someone do something once. But that should be everything. Soy sauce, medium, sugar. It says alcohol, but we're not going to add that. Add water. Something about soup stock, but my friend said that we can skip that step as well. All right, let's try heating everything up now and seeing how it goes. Oh my gosh. We really need to figure out what 80 cc is. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, it said that it equals like 80 millimeters, about. And I think that's the amounts that I put in. So this should work. Let's try it again and hope we don't burn stuff. Okay, it's going. And this time it does not seem to be burning. It says to do it for medium-high heat for 2 minutes. So we're gonna just do a 2-minute timer. I also apologize if anyone who's watching is like a cook, seeing me struggle. This must be very painful. Okay, we got the timer going. Based on the photo, it looks like there's like so much more stuff in here that isn't in here. It might just be like the size of the pot that's different. All right, it's heating up. I'm just gonna keep mixing it just in case. Okay, I wanted to find these chopsticks. Found them. And the amount of like lack of knowledge, the amount of lack of knowledge is incredible. Okay, that was 2 minutes. Now I need to add, I'm gonna just turn it down a little bit, add the chicken. Yes, some of those green parts in the onions are still there. I think I might have messed up there. It's okay. I'll avoid giving it to her and eating it myself. Okay, let's do the chicken now. So the nice part about the chicken is that my friend, you know, showed me which ones to buy, and I'm just buying the ones that I think like are already cut up. It makes it a whole lot easier. So all I need to do is add all of it. And it says to cook for another 3 minutes over medium heat. I wonder if I should have just cut this a little bit, because it does look a little long. I feel like it's a little too late for that now. So, okay. Cook for about 3 minutes. So let's set a timer. The amount of doubt right now that I have is kind of really high. Like, I feel like this is gonna turn out very poorly. But let's just keep hoping. I'll start again after 3 minutes. Actually, while that's going, it says to add the eggs after, or beaten eggs afterwards. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Beat the eggs. Hopefully I don't actually have to like move it around and it doesn't burn. I feel like that's false though. I feel like I have to move it around. It's okay, I'll just do this. And I feel like we had shells in there. Gotta take them out. Oh God, why is it so hard? Oh, no, that was terrible. Oh, God. And then more shells in there. It looks okay. Okay, let's move around the meat a little bit. Yeah, it definitely looks better when I flip it. Okay, it says 3 minutes, but now that we flipped it, I'm pretty sure it can stay there for longer. But let's beat these eggs real quick. I don't really know how to do this properly, but I'm trying. Okay, it looks good enough. Let's shift some stuff around. I feel like if it stays in place for too long, something will burn. It says to cook the chicken thoroughly before adding the eggs, so I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer. I feel like the amount that I added is kind of higher than the suggested amount, so it's gonna take longer for it to cook through. And I think that's the case for like the whole thing, because I'm making it for 2 people instead of 1. And I gotta take that into account. And that's something I didn't think about until literally now, which is kind of dumb because coming from a physics background, it just makes sense. The more mass, the longer it takes to heat. Okay. So after it's cooked through, we add the eggs and mix it with chopsticks and then cover it for 30 seconds. Okay. The chicken definitely looks way more cooked through now. Let's just check each chicken, make sure there's no like rawness, I guess. Looks good, looks good. It's kind of white though. Feel like maybe it can get a bit more brown. I think it's looking better now. I mean, it looks like I would eat this, you know? That's kind of how I gauge it. It looks like I could eat this. But I'm gonna wait just a little longer because I don't want to like serve raw chicken to my girlfriend, so let's wait just a little bit longer. One thing that I've been forgetting to do is try the meal in between the cooking. That's a tip that my friend gave me that I totally neglected. I'll try to do that next time. Let's go ahead and add the eggs now. And mix it through. Definitely starting to look like Oyakodon. I said to put something over it. Don't have the exact thing. This is gonna have to do for 30 seconds. 1, 2. Just go for 20 seconds. Oh, I wasn't supposed to add all of it, all the eggs at once. I'm such an idiot. Okay. Well, I mean, there's still this much left. it's messy. I feel like the heat levels weren't quite there yet. So the eggs are not cooking properly. Let's put this over just a little longer. I actually forgot, or the timer didn't start for whatever reason, so I just took it off. Man, cooking when you're not knowing what you're doing is like a struggle. Yeah, I was definitely not doing enough the first time when my friend showed me what to do. All right, that was 20 seconds. Because it's a higher amount, maybe that's why, like I said back then, it needs a bit more time. Let's put this over here, actually. Oh, yeah, we definitely burned those eggs. At the bottom. I think it's because we put too much eggs. But this should be it. So let's stop it. Oh my gosh. No, the eggs are burned. Only at the bottom, so it's not like terrible, but I'll feed the burned eggs to myself and the rest of it to that looks good to my girlfriend. Yeah, anything that's burned I'll eat or not eat. Isn't too bad. Okay, I think this is pretty much it. This is my first time making Oyakodon on my own. First time cooking a more complex meal compared to just eggs or chicken breast where I flip it back and forth for a while. I gotta say, this was a lot harder than I anticipated, just because of the timing differences with the amounts. I think sticking to the perfect amount would have been better, and using the same size pot as my friend would have been better as well. Just because that's like what I know how to do, but I'm sure you can use any size and adapt and adjust to it, but it doesn't look too bad. There are definitely some burnt elements that I will take out. All right, I guess I'll record the rest of the video later for when we actually eat it with the rice. Yeah, I think the eggs might actually be cooked through too much. So I shouldn't have done that twice. Okay, I totally forgot to record, but it looks like this after it's eaten somewhat, and it tastes okay. I needed more soy sauce. Needed more soy sauce. Probably more meating, but overall it's not bad for the first time.